Hey guys, we are doing a second 30-minute video for you guys, this time focusing a little bit on our lower back, actually our whole back mobility, back flexibility, with some other stuff thrown in there as well, obviously, but we'll have a focus on that today. So we're going to start out like we always do on our backs. So I'll meet you on your mat there. And it'll be your choice. Legs long, bend in the knees, or soles of the feet to touch, Supta Baddha Konasana. And just take 4 or 5 deep breaths here. Starting right away by slowing down our heart. Four or 5 big breaths is one of the fastest ways to find a state of calm and control. At the bottom of your last breath, open your eyes. Take a bend in your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Don't need to be super close to your sit bones yet, but we're going to do a nice easy bridge to start. So palms down by your side, and on your next in-breath, lift the hips up high. Soften the back body. Glutes and hamstrings are not working here. Use your front body to pull the hips up. Tuck your chin just a little bit, find the length in the back of your neck. One more breath in. And exhale, release back all the way down to your mat. Walk the heels in a little bit closer now. And on your next in-breath, find bridge again. Maybe you're a little bit higher here. Still softening through the back body. Feeling where you feel that bend in your back, probably mostly in your lower back. And try to lift your middle back up off the mat as well. On your next breath in, come up on your toes. Now you will activate the back body, glutes and hamstrings, pushing your hips up a little bit higher. One more breath in, watch the belly rise. And as it falls, lower yourself down. Bring the knees and thighs into your chest, rock side to side. And extend yourself long onto the mat. We're going to do a big stretch, getting long with our spine, stretching it out side to side. So shift your hips over to the left side of your mat. Move your arms and the crown of your head and your shoulders towards the upper right part of your mat, and your heels and ankles over towards the right bottom of your mat. So you're making like a banana shape with your body. To really complete the stretch, you want to hook your left ankle over your right. Use your right hand to pull the left arm a little bit longer into that crescent moon banana shape. Take one more breath here into that left side body. And then shift yourself back into the center of your mat. And then move your hips over to the right. Upper body goes left. Ankles, heels go left as well. Hooking the right ankle over the left. Using the left hand to pull the right arm. Finding as much length all across your right side body, right leg. right ribs, right arm. One more breath in. Release back to center. Bring your knees in, this time hands to the backs of your thighs. And rock yourself all the way into a tabletop. Move through your cat-cows again, so inhaling, drop the belly, gaze forward. Exhaling to round the spine, gaze back at your belly button. Following your breath, noticing your spine. Noticing where your spine bends most easily, where you feel like you have to really work to lower bend. Most people have a really mobile lower back, not so much with the middle and upper back. We'll come to neutral spine. We'll twist our spine just a little bit more since we'll be doing back bendy stuff in this session. So inhale, lift the shins and the toes. Exhale, swivel them to the right, look over your right shoulder. Really crunching into the right side body. Inhale, everything back center. Exhale, swivel them to the left, look over the left shoulder. Visualize your spine sort of snaking back and forth this way. Inhale, center. Exhale, swivel right, look right. One more time, center. Swivel left, look left. Come back to center. Walk your hands forward for a moment in puppy pose or melting heart pose. Melting heart is just a little bit more back bendy. Also a bigger stretch for the underarms, bringing chin to the mat. And then walk yourself back into your table. Once we have table, we're going to send our right foot forward in between hands and come up tall. So unlike low lunge, we're looking for those nice 90-degree angles. Knee over ankle, hip over knee, and then grow tall. On an exhale, the left hand is going to reach back for that left heel. So if you need to bring your heel up a little bit, tuck the toes. Find the heel and then push the hips forward. You can keep your neck controlled like I am, gazing up but still slightly forward. Or if it's comfortable for your neck, you can drop the head all the way back. That makes my neck angry, so I don't do that. One more breath, in and out. Engage the core, come forward out of that side back bend. Fingertips down, right foot back. And bring the left foot forward. Find those nice angles again so that the right knee is not too far back. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, right hand finds the heel. And then push the hips forward. So we're back bending, but we're doing a little bit sideways. So just working your spine from a slightly different angle. One more breath in and out, pushing the hips forward, bending into our back. And then engage the core as you lift. Fingertips down, left knee back. We'll come up onto our knees, stacking hips over knees, and we'll do the full camel pose. So those were half camels. So again, you can tuck the toes to bring the ground up a little bit. I do that. If that's too scary to reach back and grab the heels both at the same time, you can bring your hands to the small of your back and just open up your chest that way, supporting the hips and the lower back. pushing them forward. What you want to avoid is leaning back this way to reach the heels, because then you have that angle in the hips and my back's not really bending. So we want to keep our femurs straight, and you can bring your hands to your hips to keep the pressure there as you lean back. And then find the heels. Push the hips forward. You can let the head fall. You can control it. Whatever is most comfortable in your neck. Take 2 more breaths here, full camel. And then engage your belly, come up. Fingertips down, rock the hips back. Child's pose for just a second, rounding out the spine. Nice counter pose to all that bending. And then come up, tuck the toes, lift the hips into your first downward dog, pedaling it out, 1 foot at a time. And then finding stillness, nice high hips, straight spine. And we're going to inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step it up. Drop the knee for a low lunge. Inhale, grow tall. So find a nice balance between letting the hips sag fully forward and being so engaged that you're not feeling stretch. So find a nice neutral placement here with your hips. Breath in, look up. Make a prayer with your hands and twist right. Leaning forward, bring that left elbow to the right knee for leverage. So really, really twisting into the core. Keep trying to push the deep breaths in and down, even though you're twisted. Going to lose our leverage now, so keeping the twist. Bring your torso up, extend the arms. Try to bring your gaze behind you to really complete the twist. And then bring the back of your right hand to your left hip. Turn your torso forward, and on a slow inhale, take a back bend. Hips going forward, chest opening up. And exhale, come back down, fingertips down, breath in. On your exhale, rock the hips back, straighten the right leg, kick the toes up, half splits. Inhale to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold, leading with the chest. If you're looking for more here, just the more you activate that right foot, the deeper the stretch is. The deeper you fold, the deeper the stretch is. And walk yourself forward into the low lunge. Tuck the toes behind you. Find downward dog again. On an in-breath, the left leg goes high. Exhale, step it forward. Right knee down. Grow tall in your low lunge. Find that balance with your hips, somewhere right in the middle. And then inhale, look up and reach up. Exhale, make a prayer, twist left. Right elbow down, use it for leverage. The twist, bring the torso up and extend the arms, gaze goes back over your left middle finger. And bring the back of your left hand to the right hip, torso forward, Slow inhale, take a back bend. And exhale, come down, fingertips down, framing the foot. Breathe in. Exhale, rock the hips back, left toes up, half splits. Inhale to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold again. Bring yourself forward. Tuck the toes, go back to your downward dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step it up. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Back foot's at a 45-degree angle. Hips turning towards the front, especially that left one pulling forward. Inhale, drop the left arm. Take a back bend, reversing the warrior. Exhale, take a clasp behind you, fold forward, humble warrior. Drop the crown of your head heavy, keep pulling the clasp up. Release your clasp, come back up, warrior one. Breathe out. Breathe in, reverse the warrior again. Maybe exploring that bend a little bit deeper. And come up, hands down. Step the right foot back into your down dog. Normally we would chaturanga there, but we're skipping it. So you guys don't need chaturangas. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step it up. Inhale for warrior one on this side. And the length, especially in that back leg, pressing down through the pinky toe of the right foot. On an inhale, drop the right arm down, take a back bend. Exhale, leaning forward, clasp behind us, fold forward, humble warrior. Really try to dump your spine forward, tailbone down through the crown of your head. Release your clasp, come up, warrior one, breathe out. Next breath in, take the back bend again. Take balance, doing that in this pose. And release, hands to frame the foot, step back. I have a cat helper now, down dog. Drop your knees wide. Take a child's pose. Hips back over the heels. And keep your arms reaching out in front of you or bend at the elbows. Bring your hands to a prayer behind your head. And reach your hands out in front of you again. Lift yourself up. Find downward dog again. We'll do two postures that sort of twist our spine in opposite directions. They're really complementary, but both of them very back bendy. So inhaling the right leg up high. Exhale, bring the knee to the left elbow. And then extend that leg out underneath you, blade side of the right foot down. Open up the left arm. star followed triangle. Keep lifting the hips here, so you should be feeling some crunching here in the hip area. Bring the left hand down, send the right leg back, three-legged dog for just a minute. And then bend the knee, stack the hips. I don't know if I'll have enough room to do it on this side. You can stay here, lovely hip opener into the back bend, or you can bring the toes down for wild thing. Really getting into a back bend there, lifting the hips, opening up the chest. Keep that left leg straight, right leg is bent. Bring the right hand back down, right leg, three-legged dog, and down to down dog. Switching sides, hopefully without a cat. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. Extend that leg long, open up the right arm. So bending our spine in a sideways fashion here, and a little bit of a twist in the lower back. Keep your breaths full. One more breath in. Bring the hand down. Sorry guys, working from home. Three-legged dog. And then take a bend in the knee, stack the hips. Decide if you want to stay here or carry the toes all the way down for a wild thing. Bring yourself back, hand down, three-legged dog, down dog. Let's bring our knees down, rock back, child's pose with our legs together. And pull yourself forward, all the way forward into a cobra. Exhale, round back. Into child's pose. And as you inhale, come forward, cobra. I'm going to put the cat in the room just a minute. Come to a nice neutral spine and tabletop, somewhere passing between cobra and child's pose. And what was I going to do next? Oh yeah, let's do that lovely back bend with the extended table. Reaching long, and then finding the bind. Articulating this as a back bend by dropping our chest, dropping our belly down. Lifting the bind as much as we can. And releasing, switching sides to the right hand, left leg. Find the bind, and then dip the belly down. Kicking that foot up. Good. Back down. Let's make our way onto our backs. So we have to close out our back bending practice with some more bridge and possible wheel work. So for our first one, let's do the bridge again. Bring the heels in as close as you can to the sit bones so that you can graze the backs of your heels with your hands. And on an inhale, bring your hips up. Come up onto your toes, walk them backwards a little bit. If it was possible for me to demonstrate a possible bind here, is to grab the feet here grab the ankles. So if you can walk your toes back enough to accomplish that, that's an awesome back bend. Another good one is while you're up on your toes to try to bring the hands underneath your hips, propping them up with your forearms. So sort of using that as a supported bridge, taking the muscle work out of it and just working into bending the back, letting gravity do its thing to lengthen your spine in this bend. Release. So next one is a wheel. So normally in the class we'll practice wheel on the wall, and I don't really have a good wall for demonstrating that here, but it's fine to practice this on the floor even if you're not quite there yet. All of you, I guarantee, could do it for the strength in your arms, but there's some flexibility issues and mobility issues in the shoulders that might stop you from pushing up. So first you want to think of it as an extension to your bridge, so lifting up first into your bridge, and then bringing the hands back by your ears and lifting your body the rest of the way. Working to straighten the arms, my cat escaped. Being up on your toes is fine. Being down on your heels is fine. Trying to distribute the bend in your back all the way across your spine. Low spine, middle back, upper back. Take a deep breath in and lower on an exhale. First into that bridge shape and then down to the mat. Bring the knees in. Feet down, wide on the mat. Let your knees drop in towards each other. Releases the lower back. If you guys are practicing at home, surely you must be dealing with something like this. So maybe on the next video that we do, we can target some shoulder stuff. You guys that come to my class usually have pretty awesome shoulders in terms of flexibility, but that's still a number one barrier to poses like wheel and some other things. So we'll work a little bit on shoulders next time. Take the opposite pose with your knees now, soles of your feet to touch, knees falling out. Shut down your eyes, take a couple deep breaths. Knees back together, and bring yourself up onto your seat. Thank you all for joining me for these half-hour sessions. I hope you're actually able to do them at home with less interruption than me. Or, yeah, anyways, do it at nighttime if you want less interruption. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a bow and say namaste.